Speaking of music, let me tell you about the time I met Gavin Rossdale, and we'll wrap this bad boy up. I met Gavin Rossdale at a filming of that Extreme Home Makeover show when I was doing radio in Kansas. Oh. And we had to go out
the story starts off weird. So you're at the one with the bus that pulls away and spiky hair dude?
Move that bus. Yeah. Move that bus. Yes. So I go to, because I'm with the radio station, and they, in the town we live in, are filming an episode for someone in that town. And of course, all the local media is flooding this thing, right? Because they're going to do a media availability with the like designers and all kinds of stuff. So I'm there in the little, like almost like you see it, like especially now with political times, like the Trump bullpen or whatever, where like they put all the media essentially behind like cattle panels, but you're like right up there.
Yeah.
So we're right up there in the little cattle panels, and we're waiting to talk to people. And here's Ty Pennington.
Are you like live? You have like a mic, and you're live, and you're on the beat reporting.
Well, not live. We've got a little portable recorder we're taking with
so
us,
to record capturing.
For capturing sound.
Yeah.
Exactly. Pre-recording, doing stuff, because I worked for a cluster. So at the same time, I'm getting stuff for the rock station, the news talk station, the top 40 station, the country station. I'm getting it for everybody. So I'm there with a couple other people from the station. I've got the mic. Here's Ty Penny, here's the other guys. And I didn't know this show from Adam, so I didn't care about anybody. But I did hear that Gavin Rossdale, the lead singer of Bush, was coming. He was going to perform a song because he had a new album coming out. He was going solo.
All right.
And he was going to perform a song at like the community center, and they were going to put it in the episode and make it look all, great or whatever.
Yeah.
So Gavin Rossdale, I see him from a distance walking up the street, and this is the first time I get excited. And I get starstruck like a motherfucker. I'm the guy who saw The Undertaker in the airport, standing 5 feet away from the guy, couldn't bring myself to talk to him. I was so nervous because he was a childhood hero of mine.
Well, so I'm seeing he's Gavin a giant Rossdale man as well, too. I assume he's really...
No, not like you would think.
No?
I mean, he's a big guy, but he's not like
you weren't intimidated by his size.
I was intimidated by his stature, by his prominence in my memory.
So Gavin's
a fucking Undertaker.
Okay. Also, Gavin Rossdale is just walking down the street by himself.
Literally, I'm not gonna lie. Literally, Jesus Christ himself. It could be Jesus Christ standing next to the Undertaker, and I would be more nervous about talking to the Undertaker. I really would. So Gavin Rossdale is walking up the streets. Okay,
but he's walking by himself, is what you're saying. I think you missed my question.
Like a fucking vision, like a Christopher Walken in The Prophecy. It is like, here's a sunset, here's a road, like a fucking highway. Here's Gavin Rossdale by himself, just like an angel, almost floating.
No security guards, no protection, no anything.
Well, the whole thing is roped off.
He went and got
We're
a bagel, and now he's just walking
up.
around.
Well, no, like everything is like imagine a city, but they turn a city into a set. So everything's closed off and roped off. Okay. So he probably got out of a trailer and he knew it was coming to be filmed.
Right.
But he's walking up the road by himself, no security. And he's just getting closer and he's getting closer. And I'm getting so excited and he's getting closer. And I love the guy. I loved Bush. I loved the band. I was very excited. I love rock music. And he gets up and he does a very quick, because you can tell he's a pro, media availability. Right. I can't say anything because I'm looking at him. And I'm close. I'm 2-3 feet from the fucking guy's face.
Holding back tears.
I'm looking for a pore. I'm trying to see if the man has... I didn't see one. I saw no... There was no pore. He didn't have pores.
I'm sure he was wearing makeup.
He has no. He looked like he was made of like cream and butter and fucking sculpted by, like, it was the most, I'm not lying. And I've said this a million times, the most beautiful person I'd ever seen. And the fact that it was just, everything was just angelic and perfect. I'm telling you, I was trying to see a pore. He has no pores. It was perfect, beautiful skin. And I was caught in his eyes. I was caught in the way he was charming. I mean, I got it, dude. And it was the closest I've ever been to saying...
And you didn't say a word.
Like, I would have tongue kissed him.
But you
didn't
say a word to him.
You're correct. I didn't say a word to Gavin Rossdale.
I accidentally hit a button. That was
It was a good button.
Ooh, that was a loud button.
Yeah. So I looked. I was just blown away. Most beautiful person I've ever seen, and that's why I say, and that is true. Like I will put that. If you had to say who's the most beautiful person you ever saw, there was two people. Gavin Rossdale, number one, and number two. When I worked at Radio Shack, there was this lady that came in that didn't speak English, and
Sophie Vergara.
Her eyes were this. She was a Latina. Her eyes were like piercing blue, beautiful eyes, and again, it was just this captivating woman. Just one of the most. She was asking me for some kind of batteries or something. I don't know.
Are you sure she
just
didn't speak
couldn't
English?
stop looking.
You
at
just
her.
couldn't understand her.
She probably was speaking perfect English,
yeah, and you were just drooling all
wasn't
over yourself.
listening to anything. I was just looking into her eyes, thinking, "How is this a human? This is like above a human. This is better than a human. This is some kind of angel that I've seen." And those are the two people that, if I think of most beautiful people I've ever seen, Gavin Rossdale and random Latina chick at a Radio Shack, and both times I was caught up in their. I couldn't stop looking at their eyes and thinking about how perfect their skin was. So caught up in those things. And so that's why we say attractive people over unattractive people every day of the week, man. Every day of the week.
They have a lot easier lives.
So
those beautiful people.
I can't believe I never told you about the Gavin Rossdale story. That was a moment
halfway
for
through,
me.
honestly, I think I recognized it by you saying he was the most beautiful person. I think you've told me that before.
Yeah, he was. I mean, it was odd. I get why Gwen Stefani. Like, I'm going to tell you, if I had to pick, this is a true statement right here. If I had to pick between Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale, they're like gun to your head. You can only have one.
You know,
one will be your sexual partner for life. I'm taking Gavin Rossdale.